Shit! Shit! Let me die again!
So through the week when I stay at the hotel, I've got nothing to do. Not a whole lot anyway. So I would take my Glock. I'm holding the phone with one hand. I'm gonna have to do this one-handed, but I would pick out a square in the bathroom, which is about 5-6 yards away. And I would just draw it. I would just draw the gun up to that square. Okay? And then I would do that. I would pick different squares. And I would just over and over, like 50 times a night. 40, 50 times a night, you know, till my arms just couldn't do it no more. And, the thing that really helped me out was to use my muscle memory to just throw up to the irons, okay? And it just so happens the dot is right there. So I got my muscle memory used to go into irons, and my eyes would then just naturally pick up that RMR dot, because it just sort of seemed to fall in place. As I was stating, it just posts right on top of the front sight post. It just sits there. Okay. So then for accuracy, okay, you can see those, on the end of the blinds there, those plastic pieces that sit on the end of the string. So I would dry fire at those I would just hold that dot right on those and just dry fire on those, making sure the dot stayed there when the trigger was released. And that's what I do. I would get a chair. I would sit back here. Sometimes I'd stand. I would do repetitions of this. If I needed something bigger, I would use the doorknob. But I would just focus on. I would just focus on breaking that shot directly on this piece. I might work on what I call accuracy. I might do 10, maybe 15, 10 or 15 dry fires of that. So, sometimes I would dry fire so much that the serrations in the slide would just really start to make my hand sore from consistently pulling it back over. But I wanted to just say that 50 repetitions or 50 dry fires a night for a week. Eventually I ended up, as you all know, getting this holster. Then I could do this from the draw on the individual squares in the bathroom there. I could draw it up, and present, just like a dry fire, all 100% from the draw, present, dry fire the gun. And I am telling you that I'll switch it around here, hopefully. But I am telling you that you do this 50 times a night. Don't even go to the range to sight this RMR in. Just, if you want, just bring it down, bring the dot down, set it on the front sight post. That's probably, when you sight it in, that's roughly probably where it's going to land anyway. I use a 10-yard zero, but or you can go sight it in first off the bench, whatever you want to do. But after you get it sighted in, just dry fire it 20, 30, 40, 50 times a night. Take a break. Then do this the next day and the next day. Start on Monday. I guarantee you by Friday you will see drastic improvements. Now, you don't need to go to the range and live fire to get your presentation down so that you are falling on target right off the bat without hunting for the dot. You don't need to go and do hundreds of rounds. But the other side of the fence is, after you presented, pulling the trigger and hitting what you need to hit. And that's why I incorporated that accuracy drill in with my hotel practice, because at the end of the day, that's all fine and dandy, but if you're holding the gun and your dot is all over the place and you see yourself shaking a lot, you see the dot shaking, you also obviously aren't going to be quite satisfied. You've got everything, but you can't quite hit where you want to hit. So that's why I picked that little ball on the end of the string. Now, with that being said, there are still times I go out and I put little 1-inch dots, 4 in a row, 3 inches apart, and there are times where I can't quite hit them. I don't want to say I yank it, but I pull. And so that's all going to have to be worked out with some more actual shooting instead of the dry fire. Dry fire still helps, but actual shooting to see if everything is working out biomechanically with me. However, you do that drill, those 2 drills that I was just showing you, I guarantee if you're new to RMRs, within 2 weeks, you will see improvements. You will gain more confidence. You will feel like it was money well spent. You're getting something for your money instead of frustration. So try that out. And it's it worked for me. Maybe it don't work for you, but it really worked for me, and I just wanted to pass that along. The next thing that we're going to talk about is some drills, some live fire drills and things that I do, and they'll help with accuracy, and you can time yourself on them. If they start getting boring, time yourself, and we'll go from there. But I just wanted to bring some of this out to you to maybe help someone out. Maybe it helps someone out, maybe it helps no one out, but I feel better getting it out and just letting you know what worked for me. So I'll catch you in the next one. We'll go from there.